Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the studio, live FX Studios of Atlanta. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to K.L.P Tonight. Thank you. So, I'm glad to be back in front of the camera. You guys been liking the show that we've been doing here for our YouTube channel and Daily Motion channel, and also our audio platforms. Yes, I'm back in the suit. I'm looking fresh. I'm looking good for the talk show. If you guys remember, back in the day when we did talk shows like this, we would have just, we would have a suit on. We have a, a nice little shirt, undershirt, and a suit to match, to make the show look good. And for me to feel good too. And then, we kind of stepped away from the suit. But then, when I got up this morning in my house and I said, okay, I know I'm going on set. I'm going on set to film K.L.P Tonight. We try to do that almost every Friday is what we try to give you these shows. And I looked at my closet and I have a list of my suits. And I said, I want to wear my suit. I need to have my suit back into K.L.P Tonight. And I gotta say, it looks very, very snazzy on me. I love this suit. This is one of my best suits that I could wear on the talk show for sure. So hopefully you guys are ready for another exciting episode here today. I'm super stoked. I'm excited. So let's get on with the news announcements. Get to my phone. Little power editing there for you guys. Before we get on to today's topics, because I do have two topics that I wanted to talk about here on the show, but I also wanted to let my fans know that, of course, Black Cosmos is available right now on sale. That is our new shoe design from the Kennedy Lucas shoe collection. All you guys got to do is go to our website at www.lucasnatafor.wix.com/KLPE. Click on the Live Shoes Cross KLP tab, and it links you guys to the e-store of where you're going to see the shoes. They're on sale right now, and if you order via our website, you get $10 knocked off using the discount code that we're going to provide with our algorithm. So I'm so stoked about that for sure. More news announcements from KLP, and then we'll get to the topic, guys. Have you guys seen today's shows this morning? Daily Motion, of course, at K.L.P.Entertainment. Lucky Star, the sitcom. Yes, you guys enjoyed it. Okay, so I premiered a little snippet on our Instagram. You guys can follow our Instagram right now at K.L.P.Entertainment, all one word. I'm happy about that because, we were working in the studio. Well, first we had a meeting about it. We had to get the contract right. We had to get things right for Lucky Star to become a sitcom. And then once we got into our studios, Video Hive, LTE, our engine, and of course FX Studios and Dream World Entertainment, those studios as well. We got to that editing room, and then we were editing the show. And as my editors, as my producers and directors are in the editing room all together, COVID-19, we 6 feet apart. Want to throw that out there for you guys. We were getting it done for the editing portion of it, and as I was editing, I said, okay, yes, this will work. This is going to work. I'm going to make it work. And, when we were doing it, it was like, okay, this is going to be a good series for us. So we expanded out for that. And after we have done that, we've been getting it out there, and of course we premiered the pilot episode this morning because it was a good edit too. We premiered it this morning, and a lot of people are responding very, very creatively with the Lucky Star, the sitcom. So it is available right now on Daily Motion. It's a Daily Motion exclusive, but it's available right now for our viewers to watch and enjoy. Of course, the next episode of Death Stranded is now available for both YouTube and Daily Motion, so you guys can go out there and take a look at our content. So now we get on to the news announcements, the topics of today's show. Y'all ready for this one? I'm ready. Of course, we got T over there in the corner. Make sure we look really good. Okay, so Scarlett Johanson, y'all. She has been the topic of conversation these last couple of days. We actually we did a review of Black Widow on our podcast show on Air with K.L.P. So if you guys want to hear me talk about the in-depth review of the film, just go to Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Amazon Music and Audible. Listen to that podcast because we really did a review of that movie. I thought the movie was great. But Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney for movie release and breach in her contract. And honestly, She's a businesswoman. She's doing what she has to do to make that money. Of course, we all know Black Widow is now available for theaters and Disney Plus. Now, I think she's a little bit upset about people are not going to theaters to see this movie, because honestly, I don't know too much about the you know, how actors and actresses get more money off of theaters, because I don't know about, I know about the film industry, but I don't know exactly how that works. But to my knowledge, superstars, actors, actresses, when they're making a movie, they want the movie to go to theaters because they get a little bit more of a portion when their film's out there in theaters, and then you get to see a theoretical version of the film. A lot of times these days, Disney has announced Black Widow's movie to be out for Disney Plus, but then you pay an extra premium price within your subscription to watch the movie. And of course, since it's on Disney's platform, Disney gets a big portion of the profits, and then the actors don't really get that big of a portion like they would in theater. So to that point, I do think she is upset, and she's suing Disney for that, because, you know, it wasn't in her contract to have the movie only for, you know, for theaters and for Disney Plus. Some actors, and I do know this because when I was on set a couple weeks back, we were filming our new film, Two Wrongs 2, which will be available on Prime and Tubi TV. You guys stay tuned for that. So great film that I was on set for. We had contracts with the actors to say, okay, here's where this is the contract, this is how much we're paying, this is where it's going, this is how it's going to be distributed. Will you sign up on this contract? If not, we'll have to find another actor. Of course, all of our actors and actresses, they agreed to the terms and they signed the contract. So I do know about how contracts work, because not only that, you know, again, I was on set with filling out contracts with the actors and actresses. Of course, as an assistant director, I had my own contract that I had to sign too. I had also studied this kind of contract in legal with business school. You guys know I graduated from GGC, the School of Business at GGC, so I have a degree in business. So I know how this kind of aspect will work. So they kind of, and I agree with her. Originally, Black Widow was supposed to be released out for theaters. We all knew that. A lot of movies were supposed to be just for theaters because that's how they make money. But obviously, with COVID-19 restriction, things change. So Disney decided to say, hey, we want this movie on Disney Plus because we can bump up our sales and bump up our subscriptions. For viewers who might want to be subscribed to Disney Plus, will say, hey, we want this here because this is what I want. It's very I can kind of see it on both sides of the spectrum. I see the side of Scarlett Johansson wanting her film to be only in theater so that way she will make that money from theater box offices hits. But then I have to see things from Disney's business perspective as well, because it's a business and they're trying to make sure. And honestly, Disney did buy Marvel, so anything that Marvel does, of course you're going to have it for Disney Plus, because Disney now owns Marvel officially. So Disney has a right to premiere anything that they want on their platform if they feel that it's fancy for them for the business, because Disney does own Marvel. So it's a sticky situation. They did try to downgrade her performance, which I was kind of mad at Disney about that, because Scarlett Johansson is one of the best actresses we have in our lifetime. You know, I can't say she's the best because there's a lot of other great actresses, but she's by far one of the best actresses. So for you as a company to say, oh, she was very insensitive with COVID-19 situations, I don't think she was. She was just making her money, and she's a businesswoman at the end of the day. I didn't hear her say anything bad about COVID-19. Even though COVID-19 is bad, obviously, I didn't hear her. I don't really see, when I've seen her in the interviews, she never says anything ill will about COVID not taking it serious. She is taking it seriously, but she has to think it's a brand for her too. Every actors and actresses, when you're in these movies, you are a brand. Whether if you are in the superhero movie or series movie, you have to brand yourself as an actress. That's her job. So for them to say, oh, she's not thinking about COVID-19, she's just thinking about herself. Yes, because she has to make money. That's her business. That's what she wants to do in her lifespan. So I don't understand why people think that certain actors and actresses are being selfish. No, they're not being selfish. They work really hard for these roles. Acting, producing. She even produced a movie, actually. She's one of the executive producers. So when she's putting so much money, time, energy, sweat, and tears into a project, she wants to be sure that she gets paid off of it. It's just a business, and you know, that's just how she sees it. That's how she wants to make her money. So that's, I don't think she was being selfish in that terms, because you know, it's business. As CEO, some things, and I tell my staff members here at K.L.P Entertainment, some things I have to do, and it might seem like it's me being selfish, but it's what's best for business. So it sucks, but that's just how the way your business stay afloat. So honestly, I don't think she was being selfish. I think she was just looking for the best interest of her financials. She wants to make sure that she gets money off of it. Do I think she will work with Marvel and Disney? Probably not, because this is kind of a this is kind of the last tier for her, because if we all know, it's not really a spoiler alert because Endgame came out 3 years ago. You know, she dies in Endgame. So I don't, and it's kind of a kill-off too, because it was the same reason where, you know, Black Widow dies in Endgame, Iron Man dies in Endgame, because Robert Downey Jr. and Scarlett Johansson, their contract is up. So it's kind of a kill-off, if you will. It's a great storytelling, but I mean, there's no more contracts for you. So I don't see her working with Disney with more of their projects. I see her doing her own thing, and by far she can do some own things. She can really create a great movie, and she's a star. So I don't think she's gonna, after this whole lawsuit settles, I don't think her career is going to be over. I think she's going to be doing some amazing things, probably doing some more serious movies. I see her doing more serious movies anyway. I appreciate her service with Marvel. She played a great, fantastic Black Widow. But honestly, after Marvel, I see Scarlett Johansson doing serious movies, doing Oscar-worthy movies. That's what I think that she can do. So let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think this lawsuit will go over well for Scarlett Johansson, or do you think she will win that case? Let me know for sure. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about this hit game that's available right now on Xbox Game Pass. Stay tuned to find out more. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back, K.L.P tonight. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the show thus far. It's a beautiful Friday, y'all. You know, hopefully you guys, if you're working, you know, kudos to you going to work. But if you are just taking that time off and enjoying your Friday, I really do hope you guys enjoy your Friday. So I wanted to talk about this game on the show because it's going to be featured in August's edition of Element Magazine by K.L.P Entertainment. Yes, we are editing right now for August's issue of Element Magazine. A lot of people had asked me what happened to July. We were working on July, but then, you know, we got other things. You know, we're filming. I was filming, of course, a big movie for Prime, and, you know, I just got really busy. So it kind of got away from me, but we're going to be editing for August's issue of Element Magazine for sure. Of course, last stop, y'all. It's available right now on Xbox Game Pass. And what I'm trying to do more on the show is to talk about video games that's on Game Pass, because I enjoy my Game Pass every single day that I can when I have time to play video games. I enjoy it. So, last stop is kind of an indie project that is available right now on Xbox Game Pass. It kind of has that same play style like Heavy Rain or Detroit Become Human. It's kind of that same playstyle where you're controlling your characters and you're interacting with your environments around you. You have about 3 characters that I've played so far. It's probably more characters, but there's 3 characters that I know of so far. Of course, John Smith, one woman, she's kind of an agent, and there's another character that I haven't played yet, but I'm sure her story's good. The stories are good because it's a real life story. It's a mystical story. And within these 3 characters, you're interacting with their own individual story. So it kind of does remind you, it will remind you of Detroit Become Human, because you remember you played about 3 characters and they have their own origin stories and they all connect at the end. And that was the same kind of concept with The Last Stop. Of course, they're more... It's kind of a British indie kind of film, so you have British voice actors into this game. It's fantastic. I enjoy the game so much because it, you know, you're interacting with these characters. Of course, in particular, I can think of the top of my head, John Smith was one of the characters. I know there's a very basic name, but John Smith, he is a father. You know, it's just him and his daughter. He works for this company where his boss is a douchebag, and then he has a love interest, and then he meets up with one of the friends that stole his mail, and then they're switching lives. So, you know, he's struggling as a single father. He's struggling to raise his kid because he wants what's best for his kid, but he also wants what's best for him as well. Of course, the woman, she's the agent. I'm blanking down on her name, but she, you know, she plays there's this character. She's an agent. She's working for this, you know, British investigation. But then she has, of course, a love interest. Of course, one of her friends. They end up having sex in the game, and they portrayed that too, and it was okay, I guess. I mean, but then she goes home. She having troubles with her father. She doesn't really hang out with her father that much, so she trying to avoid her father. Then she comes home to a husband and a son. So she's cheating on her husband with this love interest that also works for this agency. And, you know, the story kind of evolves there. And then the third character I haven't played yet, so I can't really tell you guys too much about it. But Last Stop is available right now for Xbox Game Pass. Let me tell you, it's a great value for sure, because you have this game that is fantastic, and you know, you just don't want to miss out on it. Xbox Game Pass, honestly, it's a great value. Again, it's still $10 a month. If you want to have the Game Pass Ultimate where you have EA as well, I think that's about $12.99 a month, so you pay a little extra for that. I just stick it with the $9.95, $10 a month, because that's all I need. They have so many games in the catalog, and I just cannot wait until Halo Infinite comes on Game Pass. I'm so stoked about that, of course. There's another game, Forza 5 is coming this month in August, so I can't wait for that as well. Actually, no, I take it back. In September, it's coming in September, so can't wait for that as well. So let me know what you guys think about the events today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to our shows here, so that way you don't miss out on news for K.L.P. Entertainment. Please remember to stay safe and listen to all of our audio platforms, of course, on Spotify. As always, stay safe and stay strong.